tell you about the Meyiwa murder trial. It will resume at 2 p.m. after the defense lawyers have perused the diary of lead investigator Brigadier Bongani Gininda, who completed his evidence-in-chief this morning. At the same time, Advocate Kherinal, who is on watching brief for the Meyiwa family, has spoken to journalists about Monday's scuffle and the progress of the case. Linda Mnisi is on those details. Linda, you're joining us to give us the latest this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Indeed, due to just information that's just come in now, the South African police confirming that a case of assault has been opened against 3 of the accused following the scuffle that broke out in court on Monday. Initially, they had told us, Dudu, that the 3 suspects in the assault case were accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, accused number 3, Mthobisi Mncube, as well as accused number 4, Mthokoziseni Mapisa. But they've updated that list to saying that they got their facts mixed up. They've now updated it and have taken Bongani Ntanzi out of that particular list of suspects. They now say accused number 3, Mthobisi Mncube, accused number 4, Mthokoziseni Mapisa, as well as accused number 5, Fisoguhle Ntuli, are the ones that will be facing, of course, those charges against assaulting, or rather for assaulting the prison official Vusi Jele on Monday inside court. Of course, this follows that scuffle that broke out during the week where we saw the judge not making any particular ruling, and even with the statements that were taken from the lawyers representing the accused person, saying that those statements, including the statement of that particular prison official, were not made under oath and therefore not making a ruling regarding that. But just outside this court, we were able to speak to Advocate Kherinal, who is on watching brief for the Meyiwa family, reflecting, of course, on this particular matter and the developments that we saw on Monday, particularly when it comes to this a scuffle that broke out in court. And this is what he had to say.
I just think that people should know that if they act, and if they act in the execution of the duty, they will be supported. And I think that is the main issue that we have to do. As far as reaching out to whoever's involved in the Department of Correctional Services, indeed we will. We offer our assistance if it's needed. There's a case docket opened. We have to ensure that that case docket gets the attention it deserves, because this is very serious.
Okay, so that is Advocate Kherinal, who is on watching brief on behalf of the Meyiwa family, talking, of course, about that scuffle that broke out on Monday. You'll remember that the court is currently hearing the testimony of lead investigator in this matter, Brigadier Bongani Gininda, who's testified about a number of things that happened, including the allegations of assault. You'll remember at some point, accused number 2's version is that they made a stop at several locations, and one of the stops was at the an open field in Orlando, where Brigadier Gininda came allegedly with an already compiled confession statement where Bongani Ntanzi was assaulted and then forced to sign that particular statement. He's denied all the assault allegations, including the alleged assault of accused number 1. We took a break and an adjournment earlier at around 11 o'clock, because he said he wanted to use his diary to refresh his memory during his evidence-in-chief, and that particular diary will be made available to the defense. And what we heard in court is that they, of course, will get an opportunity to cross-examine Brigadier Bongani Gininda on the contents of that particular diary, particularly when you look at the days in question. He's given the court a number of days where these investigations were conducted, and from those particular days, he says, the defense will be able to just check around what exactly happened. But of course, with Advocate Kherinal in the court gallery watching the proceedings, and of course having followed those proceedings closely, he's had a couple of things to say, particularly when it comes to his initial story and the belief by AfriForum that this murder, or the murder of Senzo Meyiwa, was not in fact a robbery gone wrong. They still believe that this was a contract killing. Let's take a listen.
Well, we think it's not a robbery that went wrong, but rather a contract killing. And I do think that as the case develops and as the trial within the trial develops, and if certain statements is admitted, then it will become more clear. But I do think that it's more clear now than it was last year, why we said from the start that we believe it's more than a robbery that went wrong.
All right, so that's Advocate Gerinal, who was in court during the first session that took place this morning. At 2 o'clock then, Dudu, we'll start seeing the cross-examination of Brigadier Bongani Gininda, who's of course the lead investigator in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case, and of course is the head, the commander of the National Cold Case Unit. He's the person that led the team of investigators that nabbed the 5 accused. Dudu?
Linda Mnisi, thank you very much for that report.